Welcome to the show. It's Real Talk with the Six Man. I'm your host, the Six Man. This podcast is uncut, unscripted, and we talk about a wide range of topics. Black entrepreneurship, social injustice, education, finances, the family dynamic, Me Too movement, Black Lives Matter, and mental health, along with many more. It's a Real Talk podcast to empower, educate, encourage, uplift, and inspire, and to allow others to be better than they were yesterday.
You're listening to Real Talk with the Six Man.
What's going on, y'all? What is going on? It's Wednesday night. I'm not sure what y'all doing, but if y'all here with us, I appreciate it. Y'all gonna have to excuse the chair. For some reason tonight it's on extra crickets for some reason, like it's making extra noise. So don't let it block you out. It ain't gonna block me out, but I'm glad I'm here. We're gonna do something special tonight, man. I love to just talk about our people. I love to promote. I love to just show the good side of our people, especially when they from around the way, especially when they graduated from your alma mater. I mean, it just feels special because I tell people all the time, it's a lot of great things coming out of Southeast Washington, D.C. Even when I came up to Delaware State, and my co-host, I'm gonna bring her in a minute. And when we got to Dale State, she can tell you stories about us. Oh, that's them DC boys. That's them DC boys. So it's just something about Southeast, and it's something about connecting with our people and just promoting and, you know what I'm saying, advancing our people. I just tell people all the time, if we spend as much time as we spent time buying, you know, high designer and high price shit and versus, you know, fucking with the guys that you knew that you grew up with around the way. I mean, it's good to get them money too. So promoting Black business is what I love to do. And we got somebody tonight that it should be a treat, like I say, because I already know the guy. Let me bring in Amachi, because Amachi tried to get real cute tonight, y'all. She tried to get real cute, y'all. Amachi thinks she's slick, y'all. She tried to put lipstick on, all
I
that.
had it on the last time.
You terrible, man.
I had it on the last time, so.
You had it on the last time.
I had it on the last show. So
I don't believe you. I swear.
This is just who I always am. So I'm not trying to get cute for just this episode. I was cute the last episode.
You trying? Okay. All right. How you doing? What's going on? How was your day today? How was today?
It was good. I had a good day today.
Anything funny happened today?
Anything? You know what?
I mean, I like to hear funny shit. I'm high. I like to hear funny shit when I'm out.
I know nothing really funny happened.
Funny.
I can't think of anything.
I'm gonna ask our other guests too, just to see if it's, you know, it's always a good way to, you know, open up, you know, just some funny shit. I didn't see no funny shit either. I see crazy shit all the time, like motherfuckers trying to qualify for the Daytona 500, like just like they drive crazy as shit down here. Like y'all, I seen some shit, man. I seen a motherfucker in a hammer lane slide all the way over 4 lanes to take the exit one time. I was like, oh yeah, I have seen it all. And it's not like it happens once. I mean, it happens all the time. I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers is crazy as shit down here. That's crazy. But no, I just wanted to check in before we get started, make sure everything was good. I saw that the journal is a journal, right?
Yeah, yes.
The journal is getting some steam. I like that.
It is, Kevin. I mean, yeah, I got some new purchases just today that I went on and checked on. So I'm so excited about the support. So yeah.
All right. Well, you about time to bring on our guest, man. You want to learn about our guest tonight?
Yeah.
All right, let me bring on our guest, man, so we can What's going on, sir?
What's up? How y'all doing?
Man, how you doing, man? What's going on?
I'm great, man. I'm good, man. I've been, I had a little busy day moving and grooving, but overall, I'm good, man.
Hey, listen. First and foremost, let me say, man, thank you for doing this. You know what I'm saying? I know we all busy. We all got our, shit we doing. Yeah. You even had to check the schedule to see if you was doing a community event. You was like, nah, I could do the jump. So I'm like, all right, bet. So that's why I say everything happens for a reason. And when we get that time together, we got, just push what we do. So I love to promote. I love to just value our people when we do stuff. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, becoming an entrepreneur is really different than saying, "Oh, I got a business," "Oh, I'm the CEO," because there's a lot of shit that comes with that people don't even know. Even the startup, going to the state, getting registered, getting licensed, just all this, intricate stuff that you have to do. You can't bypass it. You know how we used to do shit back in the day, and we could bypass it by doing this. Nah, getting a business. It's a lot. It's a lot of shit that fundamentally in the beginning that you cannot bypass. You have to do it in order to conduct business in your state. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning it. Also, I'm learning it down here heavy. I'm learning because they're different than Maryland. Like they register their entities in Florida differently than they do in Maryland. So I'm learning both ways. And so, business itself, people don't understand in our community that is tough too, right?
Absolutely.
So that's kind of the conversation that I wanted to have tonight. Because like I say, going back to when we was on Business with B, we still talked about that. You made a great comment in regards to giving back to the community, when they gave you the opportunity. So right there, that tells me that you got the right, you got a good head on your shoulders because you already you getting a little business, you getting a couple dollars, and now you like, all right, I don't want to get too big headed. I want to get right back to the community. So I was like, oh, okay, bet. And I mean, everybody, says that they have that heart, but again, we all know action speak louder than words. So when you do stuff, people, respect that. Like Trayon's, one of his slogans was, if you see something, say something, right? And so it kind of goes the same way. You know what I mean?
Correct.
And so absolutely. I just want to, just fuck with you tonight. Kind of, talk to you, see where you at, see what you've been doing, and letting the people know who you are, your brand. I mean, we had a collaboration, so we can talk about that briefly as well. But I would like to introduce. Is it Grantham?
Yes, Grantham. Yeah.
Oh, I got it right. Okay, so this is Jamaal Grantham. He is the CEO of Great Clothing Line out of the good old District of Columbia. And I love to say that because like I said, when I saw Big G and he was promoting your shit, I was like, damn, Slim, head to toe. I was like, that's Southside salute right there. That was tough. I mean, and if Big G got it on, everybody gonna buy that shit. So that's why I had to comment, hey, Big G, good job, appreciate it. I love to see that shit, man. But we got you here, so we want to talk about you a little bit. So we gonna go down in line. We're gonna ask you a couple questions. Like I said, it ain't gonna be too crazy, but we want to know, who is Jamaal? Where did he come from? Where did his journey begin? And talk to us about, where you grew up, your neighborhoods, and what schools you attended.
Okay, so yeah, I'm originally, born and raised Southeast DC. I attended Merchurst Real, PR Harris, then Ballou. So pretty much, growing up in Southeast, dealing with the trials and tribulations, I had a lot of things going on in my life and in my family that could have been distractions along the way. I have a parent that was, dealing with some, drugs. And I also had my father, he was incarcerated. And, he was incarcerated from, I would say probably about 5 to 17, so those pivotal years. Yeah, definitely. So for me, I had a really strong foundation. My grandparents and my uncle, they all just kind of, made sure they had a hold on me, and always just stayed in my ear. And I always felt like I was always that individual that I may see, you could see things, but I never really wanted to really be involved, and I always had a conscience. And I feel like I had that at a young age. So that's what kind of really helped me. But also, of course, with that strong foundation and having those pivotal people in your life to really press at you, it really helped me a lot.
That's what's up. Talk about your schools, like your neighborhoods. Where did you grow up specifically in Southeast, and what schools did you attend other than Ballou Senior High School? Good big bad Ballou at that.
No question. So basically, elementary, we stayed on 10th and Savannah.
Okay.
So I was I was walking distance from Terrell.
Okay.
I mean, that as we know, we're right there by 10th place. A few blocks down.
Did you ever see X Hip?
Yeah. Miss Hip was she worked at the school. I forget what she did, but that was me and Miss Hip was real close, and I seen X, and then that was back when they was playing with Joe Smith and them.
Absolutely. They used to be down my house. Well, that's another story.
Yeah.
I had some good times with them boys, with them dudes, man.
No question.
Hey, look, Johnny Rose, man, broke my sink, man.
Wow.
Went to use the bathroom, come out the bathroom. Hey, man, the sink broke. How?
How?
How? This is my mother's sink, dog. Like, what are we doing? Come on,
some
man.
House party type stuff.
Come on, man. But I used to have some good times with them dudes, man.
No question.
So talk about college. Like, where'd you go to college?
So college, I went to North Carolina A&T. I went down there after I graduated from Ballou in 05. A&T was always like, my uncle went to A&T. So I kind of already had like a history with him, going down there to see him play football. That was kind of like the first black college experience I had as a child. As you think back, and I can really
great experience.
So it's like first going to the games and all that. And it's like I wanted, growing up, I always wanted to be like Unc, because he was the #1 model. He was the role model of his family. And he always kept me under his wing. So going to A&T was like a no-brainer. I got accepted. Like during that time, I probably got accepted probably about 15 schools because I was an honor student. And I chose A&T. I chose A&T. I went down there. I was in A&T from 05 to 2010. Man, that was a great point of life. You're jumping off the porch a little bit, getting from under, mom and grandma wing, being independent on my own. And it's a learning experience, because you got a lot of responsibility. You got to make sure you attain the class and stuff like that. So it was a great experience because you get that freedom and you get to really kind of see who you are. And the networking with, with some great people. I have some very vital key friends to this day, some people that I met in college. So, just that whole experience, man. I love the A&T. It's like we say, it's the greatest homecoming on earth, greatest HBCU. That's how we roll. So
so funny you say that because we both attended Delaware State University.
Right.
And there's no disrespect to North Carolina because we know y'all was probably doing the same shit we was doing. Between the two of us together, Dale State was an experience.
It sure was.
And you see my eyes now, right?
Absolutely.
Just imagine that shit 15, 20 years ago. Nigga was couldn't tell me nothing.
And the point about the connections, though. That's what I like about college, and especially black colleges.
We working on what, 20 years plus?
Yeah, yeah.
And then we got a family connection because my man is your cousin's husband.
Yeah.
So it's solidified now.
Yeah. Look at that.
See, my idea was this, Chad. I wanted to bring her on because I've been knowing her for a while, right? But they don't know her like I know her when she was in Montego Bay. Like when she was in Montego Bay. Hey, listen. Hey, I saw your pictures, Jay, from when you and your wife got married, right? And y'all was sharp as a motherfucker. Watch this though. But how much did y'all get fried though? Extra fried, because you out the country.
I passed out.
Worrying about nothing.
Yeah,
they had to carry me to the room.
Listen, so you hear me? Look, lay down, go to sleep, pass out, wake up, breakfast, whatever you need. Backlight the next day. Yeah. So that's why I talk about traveling all the time because people need to get the fuck. It's too much tension. It's too much drama. Like you need to go let that water.
Get that air, that water, relax.
Let that water just get you out the way, man. Like for real, man. For real. Hey, so we gonna keep it going, man. We're gonna keep it going, man. So what impacted you, the most, that inspired to create Great Clothing Line, and what does Great stand for? Like, tell us all about the brand.
All right, cool. So, inspiration for Great Clothing Line. I always knew I wanted a clothing line. Like I said, my uncle was my role model, and I kind of followed his footsteps. He had a clothing line back in the day, Players World. And he had his own store on the avenue and everything. So like, that's the dream. You from Southeast, you got a store.
That.
Yeah, so it's a dream. And I was, like I said, I was always under his wing. So I was in the store working. I seen the process. So I always knew when at some point in my life, I wanted to have a clothing line. What it was, I didn't know. I also always, used to notice myself on Facebook, always telling people to be great today, be great today. So as I would say probably about early 17 or like late early 2017. She's my wife now, but at the time, it was, we were dating, and we were just talking about, residual income and stuff like that. Digging into your passion and stuff like that. And it's early, so when we start talking about that, she was like, "Well, what are you good at?" And I'm like, "I'm a people person. I'm good at customer service." So she was like, "Okay, well, your background is business." I'm like, "Cool, okay, I'm gonna go. I want to do a clothing line. Boom, it hit." So like, "Well, what would it be?" And I said, "I always wanted something to be inspirational. I just don't want to make any old name and just slap something on it and call it. I wanted to inspire people." So it just hit me like, great. And I'm like, I've been telling people to be great today all the time. Boom, I'm turning it into a business. The reason why I chose GR8 instead of the regular word is simply because the number 8 is just symbols all over my life, man. Like, from I was born February 8th. I graduated May the 8th, college. Actually, and it continues to go on. My daughter was just born in the 8th month of the year. She wasn't due until the end of October.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's just like 8 is just all over my life. And also, J-Rock wore number 8. J-Rock was killed in high school at Ballou. That was a pivotal moment for a lot of us on that football team. And then my jersey number was 62. So combine that.
The community, though. The community of the Ballou community was destroyed because it was a tragedy. It was terrible.
Yeah. Terrible. So it just was like that number just everywhere, and I'm like, I'm rocking with it. And that's what I did.
That makes all say. That makes you hear that shit.
I like it. That's what I would. I like that, the whole 8 thing. No, I do like that. But I have a question for you, Jamaal. What made you, is going, with the whole, what made you come up with the brand, but what made you finally get up off your ass and do it? I think a lot of people, especially want to build a business or build a brand or whatever. It's always like excuses or something that may not make you just do it. So what made you finally I'm going to do it and let me get this thing rolling?
Well, I would say for me, that connection of, I was at a new stage of my life. I was dating, and I was dating with a purpose. From the time I knew we were going into that with a purpose, I knew I had to grow. And I was just like, okay, what can I do? And I tell you the truth, we kind of had this conversation maybe in March of 2017. It wasn't until August until I started. And, and even that time back into it, I didn't realize till later, but August is when I started the company. I went and ordered the press. I ordered the product and stuff like that and got it rolling. But it's just just wanting to grow, and it still took me some time. And I remember I went on vacation, I kind of regrouped, and I came home and I'm just starting it. I'm just going to do it. Just do it. And it just hit me. And I sat in my living room. I drew up some stuff. And like I said, I started researching what I need to have, asking people questions. I just did it.
Hey, that sounds about right. Yeah. I think honestly, with that being said, people just need to know sometimes you just gotta it's cliche because it's Nike's term, but you have to just do it. You have to just you have to just jump out there and I don't really agree with everything that Steve Harvey speaks, but when he talks about jumping, going to the cliff and just jumping. Yeah. Don't worry about what's gonna happen. Don't worry about how you're gonna hit the ground. Just go jump and see what happens. And we jump and we fall right where we're supposed to be at. But people are scared of that jump. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I remember I got my truck and I had already started building a connection with people just delivering furniture, and it just grew from there. People at the stores was like, "Hey, can you deliver a whole house?" Yeah. I go lease me rent a truck, come back, pick it up, deliver. It just clicked. It was like, Slim, you need to just do this. So I made LLC, got the benefits tax wise. It's easier than people think, but it's not easy to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta have some discipline. You gotta have some morals. You gotta have you gotta hold yourself accountable sometimes, even though it ain't easy. Because self accountability is. You like, oh, no, I ain't mad. I ain't wrong. Fuck that shit. Nah, nigga, you wrong. Fuck that, you wrong. Shut up. So, yeah.
And that's at every level too. You got to be disciplined at every level. You got to all that. even now, like what we were just talking, even now, I catch myself procrastinating again. I gotta just do it. So you gotta remind yourself all the time, like don't stop, just keep going.
I put shit in my phone as a reminder a lot, and I like write it down just so I can see it. So when I see it, I can be like, oh damn, okay, I remember I gotta do that. I gotta remember I gotta do this. Correct. So that's what I do. But this right here, I think this is important to know because, like I was just talking about, once you're in it, like once you done all of the the basic stuff, you know what I'm saying? How does being a CEO change your mindset? Because now you see shit totally different now from the business to family to personal. Shit look way different because you don't hang out with motherfuckers you used to. You don't go out. You into other shit now. So talk about that, right? But also being a black man, being an entrepreneur, a husband, a father, like kind of talk about that whole playing field because like we just kind of all agreed upon that it's not an easy thing. But how do you manage it? How does that flow?
It's still a process. To be honest, because going from like before having a baby, you can move and groove, you can do a lot of things. Then COVID hit, and wifey pregnant. It's like you got two things you got to be super cautious about. So it's like, oh, I'm really in the house, which kind of really, to be honest, it affected my business a lot because a lot of movement I was getting was, people meeting up with me and stuff like that. At the time I had a job, so when I was working, I'd be like, hey, just pull up here. I'm here anyway. I got it in the trunk. Right. And I was pretty much really booming. But then when, I no longer was working and went full entrepreneur, now I'm at home. Everybody can't pull up to the house. Wife is pregnant. It's COVID at its peak.
I gotta meet you. I gotta meet up with you.
So that I mean, it's just you dealing with the times and you just figure it out the best you can. That's when I really started pushing the online thing. So pushing free shipping, just just to kind of really push people that way, because it's like, okay, you do that, I relieve a lot of stuff on my end.
Listen, people was shopping like a motherfucker during COVID.
I'm telling you.
Motherfuckers was lazy, couldn't go nowhere. Amazon, Walmart, groceries, water. Niggas was lazy as shit. I ain't going nowhere. They gonna deliver that shit right here.
Hey, we still like that. I'm still
like that.
Yeah,
me too. Still on that.
And we live on the third floor, so I be hating them motherfuckers when they be like, "Oh yeah, we got delivery." What? I'm still walking that shit up 3 flights of steps.
Yeah,
I'm mad as shit. Don't be laughing. That shit ain't fun. That shit a workout.
I'm telling you.
Angel grabbed 2 bags and get out of there. All right, boy, I helped you. No, nigga, you didn't help me. You grabbed 2 bags. Come on, dog. Come on. Yeah. But the mindset though, like kind of talk about the thought process of how things kind of changed, as the business, more business. Now you gotta advertise. Now you gotta, you gotta be on site. Now you gotta talk to people. How does because I wanted you to kind of just hit on the part that you spoke about on what's that, Instagram, and you was kind of talk about how you realized that you was kind of shy, like you realized that you was kind of just standoffish, like you would answer a question and that was it. But now, because when I saw the post, I was like, look at my man, he talking now. But then after you start talking, it just went left. Because now you talking, you making little skits and videos. I'm like, oh, this nigga, okay, really? Oh, I bet. So like, what's that look mentally?
All right, so definitely for me, that actually really kicked in a couple of months ago. I went to a Black Equity Conference when I told you I was coming down Miami. And that really, what I kept hearing is like, you got to put your face out there. You got to talk. And my biggest thing is like, I have a great, community and what I already have, but for my goals, I need more. I'm looking for more following. I'm looking for more customers. So I have to shift and put myself in front of this camera. Before I had this belief, oh man, if I post every day, everybody gonna get tired of me. But then I would go a week or two now without posting. My next post only getting like 5 likes because I ain't posting, and the algorithm's not helping me. So it's like I had to really realize that conference really changed my perspective and just realize, like, bro, you just got to do it. Who cares about if there is somebody out there saying you post a month? So what? It just ain't for them. It's millions of people out here. So that's the mindset for me, is just, bro, just do it. You know what I mean?
Everybody like what they like.
Yeah, correct. Correct.
They tune into what they like.
Facts. So, and
I'm not saying that everybody tunes into Real Talk with the 6 Man, but there's a lot of people who have and continue to do it. So
and honestly, like, and that's what should be the focus, like, to the supporters. Like, let's not worry about the people who don't support something.
Facts.
Just focus on the people that are supporting, and then go from there.
And find people just like them and keep going.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's definitely the mindset, man. It's just really shifting and kind of knowing that that's what I need to do to grow, and just knowing that I need to do it. And like, I'm in the process of where I'm taking, like, I'm even going further with it, where I'm actually paying for classes to grow, you know, learning, creating content, learning, you know what I mean, different stuff. I'm growing an e-commerce business, stuff like that. So like, that also, being at that conference also told me, like, you got to pay your way through. You know what I mean? People out here with whole life coaches because they need it to be stabilized to withhold the lifestyle that they seeking. And it's like, you got to pay your way through. So I'm like, that's where I'm at with it.
How does that trickle down to fatherhood and being a husband? Like, how does that?
Now definitely back into that with the fatherhood thing. It gets a little rocky, but I'm one of them type people was like, I'll figure it out. You know what I mean? My child, I'm never going to sacrifice my child, my time with my child, or, you know, my wife or being a husband. I'm just going to figure it out. So we're kind of like in that process where we like, okay, maybe we need to move on a schedule. So like literally just yesterday, me and wifey put up a calendar on the refrigerator, and we writing out what we got to do. And if it's something we both got to do, all right, now we got to figure out what we're going to do with the baby. And, you know what I mean? If just play it like that, because her life busy too. She got a catering business, and it's been picking up, and I see it. So it's like, I can't be mad and hate. I just got to look at it like, how can we both get our bag and still not sacrifice that? So it's just working together as a team. That's just always my mindset. Like, how can we figure this out together? I never want to I don't never want you to feel like I'm getting over on you.
So I got a bonus. Before we go to the next one. I got a bonus. So we just did a conversation with Trick Daddy and Lisa Ray, and Trick Daddy was basically saying, like, you know, it's people out here that's dating people, they don't even really like them. Lisa Ray saying that the man got to pay for everything. Trick Daddy saying he believes the same, but he feel like the woman needs to do this, that, and the third, and she needs to be, you know, on her A game, giving them sex, giving them this, that, and the third. My question to you is, how do you feel in regards to that? Like, if you like is your situation where you pay everything, or do y'all say, hey, look, I'm gonna take care of this, you take care of that, you take care of that, and then we do it that way? Or like, what's your outlook on that? Because we just trying to get like a different opinion.
Correct. Nah, I don't pay everything. We actually, you know, we split. And it was a situation, even like, you know, my wife was making more money than me. So, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm never going to come less than half. You know what I mean? Even if you make more money than me, I'm going to do my best to meet half. That's my minimum.
It's coming in the house, believe that.
Yeah, so that's my minimum. And anything outside of that, we'll figure it out as we go. And rock with it like that. But, you know, ultimately the goal is to where I can, you know, retire her, or, you know, definitely pay everything. But it's like, being realistic, I don't make that bag, so that type of bag. So
Jay, we talked about that, and I'm basically saying for real, especially a lot of the niggas in my circle. So I can only speak for the niggas that I know. If niggas had that bag, the women wouldn't be doing nothing.
Correct.
Yeah. Like that's it ain't even a conversation. I get this bag, you may well tell your job, you can get them people the 2 weeks notice, or you can just not go back to work. It's up to you, however you want to curry. You know what I'm saying? But even my old lady knows I would encourage her though to do something.
Do something.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. But I want you to feel fulfilled too. So I want you to do something and be like, damn, look what I'm doing. Yeah, we both doing something. So now, yeah, good job. Like if I take care of all of this and you take care of vacations 3 times a year, we good to go.
Yeah.
It could be a good even exchange, but like you just said, and like Amechi spoke on Sunday, it's not everybody's shit ain't built that way.
Correct.
Yeah. Like if you know what I'm saying, if you just not built that way, why try to Why try to force that? Like I wouldn't.
Right, just to be broke, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not. You definitely don't need to be broke.
Yeah. Right.
That's gonna bring more pride.
Absolutely.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that, but okay.
Okay, Naka. Okay, all right.
Extremely transparent. That's very helpful. I think transparency is at its finest. It's the authentic truth, and either you agree with it or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. T-Man say, hustle for your last name. If why is huge, you will get even when you don't feel like it. Do others want so you can't live and folks can't? I just feel like for me, I understand that the grind is different, right? And the thing for me is, I don't want to say the word easy, but I guess I make it look easy because I've been doing it for so long. I tell people, like, I got that little report that the Social Security give people to tell them how long they've been working.
Oh, yeah.
I've been working since 1992. Not saying that that's longer than everybody else, but for me at 44, I've been working since 1992. That's a long motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that the grind, it's cliche, but it don't stop. It can't stop. I don't want to sound like puffy, but I mean.
But then to like what Tony Man was saying too, and then the same thing with Jamaal. I think when you are passionate about something, it won't feel like work, or it won't feel like, oh, I'm so tired to get up and do it, because you know what you're working for. Like, you know what your purpose is on even doing this. So it's just like, if you kind of just, that's my whole thing that I want people to get. If you have something that you're really passionate for, that is probably the business that you should go into. Just don't try to create a business just because, oh, I want to be entrepreneur, so let me think of something to do. No, really go like with your passion. So when you get up, you're ready to get up and get at it, and so I like that statement about your why. Yeah, it has to be huge, so you can just never stop doing it.
I don't plan on it, man. I don't plan on ever stopping. I plan on leaving here, and everybody gonna be like, man, my man was always on go time. Fuck it. It is what it is. Yeah. I mean, to me, it's humbling to hear some of the shit on my platform, right? And it's even more humbling to say my platform. You feel me? Like, because it's right. Because people had to start telling me, Kevin, it's you, it's your vision, it's your dream, it's your everything. That's your name, that's your logo, that's your shit. Yep. Do your shit the way you want to. Don't be worrying about how everybody else doing their shit, right? Yeah. And then when COVID hit, it made it simplistic that we could do this regularly and not play this major part of our life where it's taking us away from what we doing. We just get it in real quick, we out, we do another one, keep it going. So I mean, this is probably one of the easiest hustles that I've ever done. Because like y'all just said, it's not like it's something for me to do it. I love to do it. Like, I love to get on here and learn about shit that I didn't know about and talk to people that I didn't know. Like, I love to do it. And then when we get a great conversation there, then it's a wrap. Then we really gonna talk. You might see a different side of the 6 man, because the nigga might start telling you some of his shit. Like, cause niggas get it twisted. Like, niggas, some people get it twisted and think that, you know what I'm saying, you're not this person that you're perceiving to be, but I am. And I'm much more. But don't make me act like that though.
Yeah.
For what? Like, don't make me act like that. Hold on, we're gonna go. Let's see what T-Man talking about. T-Man say, if the 1% are still grinding, why is it so hard for the majority? Kevin Hart is still working. Jay-Z is grinding. Elon Musk still grinding. Folks trying to get to that level without the work ethic. Yeah. I mean, and we talk about this all the time. The microwavable society, man. Them motherfuckers wanted yesterday. They want the overnight success immediately, and it don't happen like that. This was a perfect point right here. Saying wonder why they can't get ahead. Exactly.
And that's definitely one of the essential keys on, especially if you want that Elon Musk, Jay-Z lifestyle.
Yeah, it's worth to keep on with that. I mean, even watching some of their documentaries or some of their interviews, you gain so much perspective from them, because now you see and hear the difference. When Jay-Z came out with that 444 album, I mean, I ain't gonna say everybody, but niggas was like, "Oh, this joint weak as shit." And the whole time I'm listening to it, like, nah, this nigga,
right?
He is telling us some shit. He is telling us how to switch this shit up. Y'all niggas still on that gangster shit, and we gotta elevate.
Yeah, and it's always good to listen to people like that, or even to like what we're doing right now with Jamaal. Like, you do hear the gems that are being dropped because these people are actually in it, doing it. So it's just so much good advice, I'm telling you. And I wish more people would really like listen to stuff like that and really take the time out, especially if they're trying to build something. You know, you got to listen to people that are already in it, already doing it.
Listen, what's the old saying? You can't be a leader without being a follower.
Oh yeah, yes, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you got to be able to follow something and master something, and then take your own run with it. I mean, that's how I look at it. But Jamaal, I know you. I spoke on it earlier, but I tested it a little bit. But I know you love to give back, right? I know you love to do that, right? And I just like to hear people's authentic reasoning behind it, because it can probably touch somebody else for somebody else to do it. Because I tell folks all the time, like, you know, things can be a whole lot different if we took time to go back to the community, if we took some time to go to the library, you know, touch some of these kids, you know, mentally, you know, teach them some stuff, like learn some stuff from them, how they do math, because I don't know how to do that shit now. But, you know, why is it so important to you to give back to the community? Because I remember, you know, like I said, previous statement, you talked about that, but why do you feel like it's so important to you to do that?
I say this, coming up, it was like I had a community that took care of me, you know what I mean, in the sense of, you know what I mean, like I said, I didn't have the ideal role model parents, you know what I mean, and I wasn't surrounded by much of that in that life, you know what I mean.
So no foundation.
They love my family, but everybody was doing their own thing or whatever. So, you know what I mean, I had my uncle that I looked up to, and my grandmother, she worked 2-3 jobs, you know what I mean, and I used to see the hustle. So, you know what I mean, outside of that, then you got the football coaches that's looking after you. You know what I mean? You got people that working in the school that's looking after you. I always had other people that would always look out for me. And on top of that, it's just like, I knew that, you know what I mean, coming up, we didn't have much. And it was community that really helped us get through. So I want to be still that change, and I want to go back and give back to the people. You know, we had a community event recently. I helped out on a community event recently with Cure the Streets, and I was looking at, you know what I mean, I was helped doing the video afterwards and stuff like that, putting together a reel, and I noticed that the young children, their clothes is kind of dirty and stuff like that, and it just broke my heart, because it's like, damn, you know what I mean, like they really need help. So it's like when I see that, because it just took me back to the time when I was there, you know what I mean, and I may not, you know, my grandmother definitely still provided enough. So I may not been the dirtiest kid or whatever, but I mean, there's things that went on and stuff was going on where we needed help, and it's like I want to be that help to people. Yeah,
excellent. That's good.
I mean, I think that's the best way to. I mean, because it's natural. It makes you think about what you've been through. Like I don't force anybody. I don't force you know, community service on nobody, because community service can't be forced. Community service is just something that you just do. Like right now, something that I've been doing for the last maybe like 4 years is, if I got cash and I go and buy something and it's not the whole $20 bill, or if it's not the whole, you know, $10 bill, whatever change I get, I just put it in my truck most of the time, right? And when I'm driving, if I see a person, don't necessarily have to be black, but somebody that I can tell is really fucked up, I give them a couple of dollars. I mean, because I'm like, we all need it. Like I feel like we all need a sense that it's still good people out here, because a lot of people think that there's no more good people left, and it's a huge amount of good people left. They're not all black though.
Absolutely.
That might not be the politically correct thing to say, but I mean, I'm just I mean, growing up, I had a white babysitter. She looked after us like it was if we was her kids. I mean, we weren't her kids, but we were in good hands with Pat Strickland. I never forget Pat Strickland and her family, and they looked out for us. Like, I mean, people. I remember going to the store with her and her husband. I remember people in law at the time. This was Law, Maryland. People looking at us funny. I didn't know what it was back then, but people didn't say nothing. They just looked. But even with them looking, and I think I fast forward to now, I'm like, damn, yeah, they looked out for me. They got me candy when I wanted candy. They fed me. They made sure I knew my ABCs and shit. I mean, it was. So I mean, to see the world where it is now, and I'm not saying that any ethnicity is the same. Like, all white people ain't the same. All black people not the same. Just like it's an argument about all police officers not being the same, right? But how do we know? Like, how does a police officer get out of a car and determine right on sight, that this is a good person? And vice versa about us, about a police officer. It get crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. I love giving back. Like, giving back to me does something for me personally. Like, I just get this fantastic feeling. We did a Christmas drive, Toys for Tots drive, and it was freezing. It was freezing, and we promoted this thing. And I'm talking about, y'all, more people came out to the drive than we thought was coming, and we ended up having more toys than we were supposed to get. So we was giving families double the stuff, and them families, them kids, they were generally, thank you so much. We appreciate this so much. Some people, just said thank you and kept it moving because it was free. But the people who really really was like, damn, thank you. I was like, dang. Like, one lady made me tear up because she was like, thank you so much, and she had 5 kids, and we gave them double toys because we could. She was crying, thank you so much. I was like, man, that's why we out here. So when you see that, it drives me to do it even more if I can. So I when I heard you talking about, the community, I don't know, I just be wanting people to know how important it is that we take care of each other, right? How we support each other. We if we don't, it's gonna kind of always be, the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna be divided, right?
Yep.
And I think that I want you to hear something, because I mentioned it to you, but I want to make sure you hear it so I can get your full opinion before I pull it up. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see what we got a couple comments though. Hold on. Let me see. Joe, what's up, Joe? Joe, you know Jamaal?
Oh, Joe, yeah, Capstone.
Yeah, that's the homie.
Joe did my house.
Yeah, man, that's the homie, man.
Yeah, Joe remodeled my house.
Everybody in the comments talking to each other. See, that's what I'm talking about. I love this shit, man. I love this shit, man. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play something for you to hear, right? And then I'm gonna put a question up, and then of course the question and the audio that you're gonna hear gonna be kind of hand to hand. But I want you to hear what he's saying, and then I'm gonna put the question up, and then we're gonna talk about it because I kind of see it all the way around. So I want you to hear this, and then we'll go from there.
The biggest threat to black-owned designers and black-owned businesses is black people. Ooh, break that down. So I'll break it down for you. So, like, for me, for instance, I get a lot of celebrities hit me up. Like, just recently, I'm not even going to say the dude's name because I'm not going to disrespect him, but he said, yo, I F with your brand. I love what you're doing. Yo, black-owned, I got your back. Send me some merch. And I told him, this is what I told him back. No disrespect. I said, listen, black-owned doesn't mean free. Right. One thing about me, and this is why I hate when people ask me for free stuff, is because I feel like a sucker asking for some free stuff. And you think about it, right? These rappers or these celebrities that ask a black designer for some free stuff, and they won't do it to Gucci because if they do it to Gucci, Gucci's gonna look at them like, oh, you broke. And we're more concerned about what the white people think about us than what we are concerned about what our own people think about us.
I go out of my way to buy from a black designer.
Right.
Or a black company. Like, I want to spend my money with
I noticed that. I know. Yeah. And I appreciate that because you definitely put on for us. Right. You know, a lot of these other people, you see value in black skin.
See value in black skin. All right. So That question is up there because I wanted you to hear what he said, and I wanted to get your take on it because I may chime in myself. But just after you've heard what he said, I mean, and the beginning for me says it all because he was like, the most detrimental thing to black entrepreneurs is black people. I'm like, damn, so it hurt, but then it makes sense though.
Correct.
And it's sad that it makes sense.
Correct.
So how do you feel about that statement? I mean, especially being a entrepreneur or black entrepreneur.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, the sad truth thing, because it's the mindset of the black people. You know what I mean? It ain't all, but it's the mindset of the majority. And a lot of times, you know what I mean, I feel like a lot of us are in that stage. I know I've been in a stage of a lot of unlearning. You know what I mean? Ways and beliefs and thoughts. So it's just like you got to be on a different type of level of growth to shift your mind and realize, like, damn, I've been thinking it's been this way all my life. Right. And realize that you was wrong to make that change. And we all ain't there yet. You know what I mean? So I think it's something that's going to gradually change. I think blacks are supporting more blacks.
Absolutely.
In this time. Is it where it needs to be? Absolutely not. You know what I mean? Because, like, you know what I mean? Just like he started off with, don't, shoot me some mercy. I've experienced that. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, I like your brand. I love your message. I love what you're doing. Send me some gig. Like, I don't even know you. You know what I mean? We never even talked before. Like, for me, I have no problem with trading off gear for promotion. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's part of the game. Yeah, but
it's called the barter system.
Correct. Let me come to you. Let me ask you. You don't come to me and say, send me some gear. Then I'm looking at you sideways, like, off gate. That's what you're saying. You don't even know me. So, I mean, when I've experienced those, I just know looking. Like, nah, or even locally. Like, I done had some dudes come to me like, yeah, man, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, throw me some gear. I post. Like, nah, you can, I send you a link, or, you know what I mean, if you get a few things, we can work out a deal. You know what I mean? Go on the site, let me know what you want.
Yeah, you gotta give me some money first.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, nah.
You gotta give me some money first.
Let's talk about it. But you ain't just gonna tell me, or even telling me, yeah, this other brand may have done this. You know what I mean? That ain't me though.
Yeah, it's not right. Right.
It got to be authentic. I only move off
this
off
right
of
here, different address.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I only move off of this is authenticity. So if I ain't feeling it, I ain't feeling it.
I mean, so I feel like I do feel like cause I'm not 100% with him. Saying he feel like a sucker and all that, but I do feel like I just got off the phone with a homie of mine. His name Brian. He went to Dale State. Amechi knows Brian, and he has his own clothing brand called Renee Sebastian, right? Mm-hmm. And he's been doing Renee Sebastian since I want to say the late latter part of the 90s, maybe like 98, 99, right? Something like that. I could be wrong, but towards the late 90s. And he's been at it since then, right? And so we were just talking about how I've been spending money with him that long. Like I didn't even know how you just living and you don't pay attention to certain things. And it's just one of them things that I never paid attention to how much I've been a frequent flyer with his organization, right? Because a lot of times when I buy something, he'll put something in the bag, something extra or whatever, and that's not something that I'm asking for. I want to pay for, what I'm getting, so you can get you. And so I've been doing that for a long time. So it made me think about like who else I've done it with. I've been doing it with you. I did it with my man Twin. I did it with Vaughn. I've done it with a young lady. Hers is it's higher something. But it's been so many little, businesses, and I don't want to say little in a negative way, but small businesses that I've been, frequenting for a long time. And if I can catch them, I catch them. And I mean, it's to me, it's the greatest feeling ever.
Yeah,
like it really is to spend money with a younger or a homie, a man now, from around the way. Yeah, absolutely. You do well. Yeah, especially let me all that.
Yep.
So I mean, for me, and then even when I told my man Ron about it, he was like, "Slim, you got the link for the website?" I'm like, "Yeah." I talked to Jamaal. Jamaal was like, "Yeah, your man just touched my
pulled up on it a
website. He
couple
was heavy on it."
Yeah. Yep.
And I said, "But that's what it's all about, though, dog." And I'm not asking him for no handout because my man might have spent some money on his site. That's what he's supposed to do.
Exactly.
That's what's supposed to happen. So I mean, I do feel like we should not be looking for the discount at all when it comes to us. We should be looking to making sure, one, that's a product that we want to buy first, and then if it's a quality product, just make a decision whether we're gonna buy it or not. It shouldn't be no other. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like we add shit to it. Like I mean, it's got to be in a pretty bag. It's got to be this. If I sold this shit out my trunk of my car, like what the fuck difference do it make?
Yeah, it's just just support.
Until I get where I'm going. This what the fuck I gotta do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
And people should understand that.
You know, motherfuckers sold go-go tapes and CDs.
Nah,
motherfuckers anyway. You don't have to go to no mall. You go up at the barbershop, and you know there's a CD go-go tape nigga out there with the go-go tapes and the CDs. You already know.
Yep.
But you know what I think though? I think you know, and I don't know about other major cities, but I think DC does do a good job, especially when it comes to the local clothing brands supporting each other. Like I will admit, I mean, ever since we were young, I want to say DC does a good job of supporting local designers, local clothing brands. I'll be honest, they do. I think more than any other. I don't know about other cities, but more than any other.
I remember Sabiato, and I remember buying Sabiato and looking how much it costs, and then going to Zotan's right here off what was that? Was that Alabama? I think that was Alabama Avenue. And it's like y'all got New Balance, y'all got white t-shirts, y'all got all the fresh shit. Why I'm going here when I could be coming right here, and it's less, and it's in the hood.
But that's part of the but still
you might get a whole outfit, a new pair of shoes, and some weed just walking from your car to the, and, you know what I'm saying? Like in all in one swoop, you might be walking up the steps, get your weed, walk in the store, buy your clothes, walk out, go right back in the car. You can't do that no more.
But the one thing within the, that's what I have noticed for, in the city, and then for me growing up uptown, Madness was huge. Yeah. You would think about going to Madness before you would think about going to like, oh, let me just buy,
But everybody from uptown didn't wear Madness though. Niggas wore all types of shit.
I mean, but Madness was highly popular.
Everybody uptown did not wear Madness.
No, but it was highly popular though, Kevin. Come on. I mean, I wish I had more uptown people on it, but it was a lot of people.
I'm just saying that to say, even on our side of town, everybody didn't wear hobo. Everybody didn't wear what's the other one? What's the one I'm thinking about? We Are One. Everybody didn't wear all of that. It was, I mean, people wore it, but everybody, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't wear none of that shit. Not because I didn't want to support. I wasn't on that flag. I mean, listen.
I know for me is I did get some of the Madness stuff, but that's when like I had my own job. I wanted to look cute for some because I'm gonna be honest, the prices were, I couldn't afford a Madness outfit every time.
Attention to myself. Because when those brands was associated that you was a hustler or you was doing,
I know, but now when we think about the mindset,
so I could, bypass.
But now the mindset should have been we just supporting Black business.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what people's mindset really should have been, and hopefully it's gotten to that. Like when people, whereas now like the new ones that are out now, like the new lines that the local DC designers have. Hopefully those brands don't mean none of that. Hopefully people are just really just supporting, the Black brand, just support the Black brand.
Nicole said, personally, I buy Black as much as I can, and my family sees this. We discuss the importance of it. When I'm in public, I also share the relevance of the purchase. I also bank Black. I mean, that's...
I bank Black too.
Dang.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Wakanda forever, goddammit. But I mean, that's how it should be. That's how it should be, and it's just a lot of us that's not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of people that's not. I mean, I know people can, like we all can. We just don't think to do it. Like when I first got my LLC, the first place I went was Industrial Bank.
Oh yeah, that's my bank.
The
That's
first
who
place I
I
went.
bank.
I ain't
Yeah.
even think about it. I went straight to industrial bank.
Yeah.
Now, was I happy? Was I happy with their banking? I wasn't, because it was somewhat outdated. You couldn't do
It is
certain
very
things.
outdated.
I'm like, dang, y'all don't do this either. They're like, no, we don't do that. So
Yeah,
I didn't. So I didn't disconnect with them because I didn't think they were a good bank. They just, the technology, it just wasn't there.
And you know, Kevin, you bring up a good point. I think sometimes with any black, depending on what part of the business black people are in, I think sometimes that may be part of the issue too. Like, you know, like how you said about industrial. Industrial's been around for like 80 some years, and you're just like, how come the technology was not up to standard like the other banks? But it's all, you know, that's sometimes
the leadership is old at the bank. So I mean, when the leadership is old and it's not up to date and contemporary, the whole business is going to be you know, out of date. When I was working at Pella, I brought so many different ideas from working other jobs to them, where I mean, it made sense, and shit just got better. Like it just, like I couldn't believe in myself, because it was like that. Damn, I thought of that came from me, but I just felt like we have to know that. I mean, anything we do naturally put our minds to, we can honestly do the shit. We just somewhat ourselves talk ourselves out of doing shit sometimes. Like Jamaal was saying earlier, like just start doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, our collaboration. Like I just called you and was like, hey, look, let's do this. What you think? You was like, yeah, fuck it. I was like,
let's do it now.
Yeah. And I mean, as you can see, you see the background. I mean, I listen. I mean, people ask too. Like I had a not a family, yes, a family member who had a family member who was promoting their clothing line and their stuff, right? But they were also an artist, and I didn't really get down with the artistry, right? So I'm like, if I can't get down with the artistry, I can't really get down with wearing what they have, because that's not going to be, you know what I'm saying? So it's not that, you know, I don't want to support. It's just that I can't be associated with something that I don't want to, that I don't think is going to be good for my brand. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why when people say they think that I post everything on social media, I don't. Like I don't have to post on social media that I smoke weed, because when I come on and motherfuckers see my face, they be like, hey, that nigga ass shit. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, what I'm saying is you can still live your life, but you don't have to put everything in the view of everybody, because you got to give yourself something, so to not give somebody something to talk about, if that makes sense. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I was hoping I said that right. So that's why I say, even with our collaboration, I wouldn't have gotten the opportunity if I wouldn't have said nothing to you. Because I mean, I could have just bought something and not said nothing, like, nah, I ain't gonna ask him, but I did. And it ended up being a good success. We both made a couple dollars. I was like, shit, I ain't know people sell like that.
Yeah. And he introduced a lot of people to the brand.
Absolutely.
And the price point, though, I think the quality of the product and the price point was the double whammy, because when people pre-sale, they was like 60. I was like, listen, that's the pre-sale. If you get it after the pre-sale, then it'll be $50, right? But even when I'm dropping them off, they taking them out the bag and the plastic. They're like, damn.
It's the quality. It's have nice heavy sweatshirt.
Like, I said that's what I said when I got mine.
No, for real.
It was, and then you're like, oh, this is the actual. Because honestly, the quality of it is just like, oh, well, Kevin, where did you buy this from? I mean, when he was like, oh, this is my friend's line, I'm like, oh my god, the sweatshirt quality to me was just like, wow.
Thank you.
I wore mine outside one day. It was kind of cool. I wasn't cold, nothing. I'm like, oh wow, I bet. So, you know, the t-shirt part, we'll talk about the t-shirt part later on, because I've been getting requests and demands. So I need to do that. So your sister said, I agree. DC has always supported our black designers. When I went to my HBCU in Pennsylvania, folks would ask about our designs. I mean, because that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Let me see. Somebody else said, we always tend to hold ourselves black. Oh boy. I mean, that's like ouch. Cause again, it's one of them words, it's one of them phrases where you hear it and it's like it makes all sense, but then it's like, damn, like
it give you that self check.
Yeah, like damn, like that's what we doing. Like, I mean, and it's not that, you know, it's not that we can't. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna continue to do what I've been doing because I think after talking to my man B today and the relationship that I've grown with other Black designers, I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing. Like I mean, we don't go a lot of places, and when we do go out, at least I'll have something to represent where I'm from, and people ain't gotta ask. And when they do ask, I'll be like, "Oh, I'm from DC." Oh, damn, they sell out in DC? Absolutely. You want the website? Here you go. So I mean, I could damn well be a great brand ambassador. Trust me. No doubt in my mind, nigga say, listen, we need you to go to this state, and we need you to go to these functions, and we need you to wear our shit. Say less, nigga. And I'm gonna be fried eggs and bacon, my natural self,
making all types of things.
And your motherfucking website gonna be ding, 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 because that's just what I do.
Yeah.
But I ain't asking for much in return. If a nigga feel like he want to do something, then he do it. But I'm not about to be, hey, yeah, so Slim, I went to such and such, man. You gonna get me? Nah, nigga, I did that. Because damn sure know that if I'm talking about you, I'm talking about me too.
Facts. Yeah.
So the game ain't that changed. Like, I mean, I feel like we just gotta get back to where we respect one another first. We, you know, show some love, and then we can get back. Cause I mean, you go to the gas station and you say what's up to a motherfucker, you damn near gotta hold your gun, cause you don't know how he gonna respond. What? Like, nigga, I'm just saying good morning. Like, what the fuck? Oh, I thought you was saying what's up. I did say what's up, but how you doing? Like, what the fuck? Like, shit, it's funny, but it's real. Cause I be watching the news sometimes, the Florida news. Man, listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, these motherfuckers where we from crazy, right? But these motherfuckers down here, they crazy for real. Like the Miami area on some no bullshit is always in the news. The Miami area,
the Dade County,
always on the news.
I was down there in one of the hotels, and the news came on. All like same shit going up here. Ride by, shoot. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, and so when people ask me why Florida, I tell them the best way I can explain it to you is for you to come in, right? And then you can chill with us, and then you can see Florida from our vantage, right? Because all we do is go here. We might go here. We might hit the beach. We might go to the water. We friends with some people down here. One of the band members is from like the Maryland, DC area, but he got a go-go band. So we might go see them one night. Or I remember me and Angel went to this park, and it was like this, I think it was Neo Soul or some shit. And we just open, like we just do chill shit. We ain't making no noise, but it is crazy shit going on around us. But that shit don't affect us because we just go, and we come back home. Yeah, we don't play around too much. Hold on, Tony man say. True statement right there, folks. Will give big companies a million chances, but Black-owned companies get one chance. It's crazy. Yeah. Hold on. What Nick say? Kevin, you introduced me to the brand. The sweatshirt had great quality. Then I started seeing others around the city wearing great. I look forward to supporting you more in the future. I mean, that's how you go. That's how you do it. I mean, to me, that's just what the fuck it is right there. I mean, Neeks, that's that we can put a pin in that one right there because that's how it go. Correct. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that I pushed her to it. She saw me wearing it. Was like, Kevin, what's that? Oh, this is great, my man. Then she looked it up. Then she doing it. Then somebody gonna see her having it on. And she gonna do what I did. And then just gonna keep going. Cause it's crispy. It's a crisp look, dog. It's a grown up crisp look. I mean, I can't wear everything. I mean, cause it's just not me. You know what I'm saying? But I am gonna find something that's me. Like them shorts that I called you about. I said I got to wear them at the pool in Mexico because they gonna ask me, "What's that?" Hey, nigga, be great, nigga. And when I'm drunk, I try to tell you, when I'm drunk, I'm the brand ambassador. I'll be like, "Hey, man, be great, cuz." That's what it is. Yeah, be great, man. Yeah. No question. And then they gonna want the website, and then they gonna be ordering and then they gonna be saying "be great" at another party. That's just how it works. Yes, sir. That's how I work. I went to Mexico. Yeah. I went to Mexico to my man for my man wedding, right? And I had my shirt, but my man had his shirt. My other man had his shirt. So it's people in the lobby see me at the swimming pool. I'm coming out to the pool and shit. And the people like, 6 man? I was like, yeah. They was like, yeah, we seen somebody in the lobby with that shirt on yesterday. I said, oh, this is my podcast. This is my brand. So we start talking and shit. They were like, oh, we love podcasts. I said, oh, really? I said, so I'm on Anchor. I'm on Apple Music. Oh, you're on Apple Music, really? So the nigga pulled the phone out, pulled it out. He was like, look, honey, it's right here. Real talk with this man.
Yeah.
So they go to the room and listen to the shit. See me at the pool again. Come out and was like, man, we've been listening to you since yesterday.
Wow.
I always take shit with me. That's just me. So I had 2 shirts. I had one was black, one was white, and they can fit the sizes. I saw them and gave them the shirts. Man, they was happy. I think that's just what it is. Like I might not ever see them people again, but they might be wherever they live, listening to me.
Yep.
What the fuck? So it goes back to your point of, you know, being able to put yourself out there. You have to, because if you don't, you just never know who want to fuck with you. Like I be telling Macy all the time. I be like, listen, I don't make this a point of being, you know, the main goal for me in my life, if that makes sense. But if it goes in that direction and somebody gives me an opportunity, shit, I can sit here and get high and create content all day. Let me do it. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? And I know motherfuckers will fuck with me because I be on every day, all day. I be on every fucking, I be on Ring, I be on Reels, I be on TikTok. I get a TikTok account. If a motherfucker was paying me, I get it. And I don't even fuck with TikTok because I heard that them motherfuckers keep your information. I don't like that shit. Even though, even though a lot of these companies have our information, but you know. Yeah. She said, so can this Jersey girl get a shirt? Absolutely. What are you talking about?
Maybe we should put the website. Put the website in the.
It's in the description.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everything, all my man information is in the description. Where he grew up, what high school he graduated from, what year he started the business. We did a full bio on this young man, man. We want to make sure we put this young man put him out there because he was doing some great things.
No questions.
He's doing some great things. Look, they talking about, can I see the shirt? It's so look. All right, I'm gonna show them this, y'all. I'm gonna show them this because I ain't really got nothing. I ain't even. All I got is like hoodies and shit. So this is our, you know, this is our collaboration. You know, nice and crispy. You know, and then when we flip it on the back, you know, it is what it is. You know, and I do. Let me stop now. Hold on. Let me stop now.
I also put the website in the comment section so they can go online and look at the Okay, Kevin now's gonna pull out his whole but it's really because I'm gonna be honest, I was surprised. I was just like, oh my god, this is really good quality. Really good quality. So that's the black on black.
Black on black.
Oh yeah, you know how you already know.
That's my favorite.
Hold on. I ain't even know about this one until I saw it on the website. Then I ordered it.
Oh yeah. Black and great.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Like
that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's really nice.
So yeah, I got a mixed variety, man. Like I mean, come on, man. I can't. I have no use for this. But I have it.
No question.
I have no use for this, but it's here with me.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh, man, got
you know what I'm saying? I don't need that shit down here. I take that outside. I fuck around, pass out. I definitely don't need that. Okay, you put it in the comments. All right, so I'm gonna put it up there so they can see it, so everybody can see it. Great clothing line with the number 8.com. Go by there. My man got some 25% off shit going on when I went in that car and I get to picking shit. and that shit said, "Oh, 25% now your total." I was like, "Oh, let me get something else."
No question.
And that motherfucker said 25%. I was like, "Oh, well, let me get one more thing then."
And then no, the other thing is because when I went on the website today, just so people want to know, you also have to pay installments like the afterpay.
Oh yeah, I got everything.
So people, hey, because I know that's my thing.
Everything. I pay Klarna, PayPal.
So that's what those
got it
people
all.
too. Yeah, so he does have that on his site.
Oh,
that is my thing, goddamn.
That is what?
Give it to me, pay it later. Y'all terrible, man. Y'all, you hear them? They terrible, man. They is terrible, man. All right, we got one last question, man, and we think this one is important because we want to kind of hear, what you think. So, what type of advice would you give a young person, right? Because we know people are going to be watching us, going to be watching this video, probably have been watching, or whatever. But what type of advice would you give somebody as far as giving them the idea, the importance, not just having one, but the importance of having, their own business?
Absolutely. So I'm gonna do it in like 3 phases. So of course, in the beginning, like we talked about, make sure you get, as far as if you want to start your own business, definitely make sure you search the name, make sure it's not trademarked. Get your LLC established, get your EIN number. If you want to take it the next step, get your DUNS number and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make sure you have a lot of that stuff in place because from my experience, a couple of those things I didn't do until the midway point. Our business got the boom and the business took off, and I forgot about a lot of the day one stuff I should have really been getting handled. It's a learning process. Like I spoke the other day, you talk about L's ain't losses, is lessons.
Yeah.
And also like in the midway point, always plan ahead. When you start your business, you want to make sure that you do your research on your market. Know who your customer is. And as far as, when you're marketing and all that, the social media, knowing what's going on in the waves right now. Yep. Social media is the wave. So if you're not a poster, with this in this phase of my life, I'm learning whatever you're not good at, pay somebody to do it because it has to get done if you really want to grow. So just because, like me, if I'm not great at marketing, if I keep hitting this wall, go pay for the help because it's going to really get you to that next step. Just like I always say, do it scared, man. You're going to get different levels. It doesn't stop. The fear isn't going to stop. The overthinking isn't going to stop. It's just how you react to it. And you got to change your mindset. When you feel that anxiety coming, you got to just fight it off.
Because we have to respond, not react.
Correct.
We have to take a second, think about it, and then let's try to formulate a plan.
Correct. Yeah.
Because reacting to it is just you can, like you say, you can run into that brick wall and then be like, "Dang, what the fuck did I just do?"
Yeah.
But
so
again, if you want to, if it's what you want. I can honestly say that if it's what you want, the business is not coming to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not coming to you. Like selling drugs and trying to do a legitimate business is not the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Drugs are easy because people want it. And they know you got it. They coming to you. Everybody don't know your business. Everybody don't know your talent. Everybody don't know what you do. So you have to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
And the less you put yourself out there, your business is going to look like your effort. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's again, with even when I did the t-shirts, when I did the t-shirts with my man Jermaine, it was crazy. And the t-shirts I think was only $30. And they was like, yeah, let me get 2 of them Jones, let me get 3 of them Jones, and we was switching it up and making the logo. We did an all black t-shirt and we did a blackout where all the letters was black except for the red and the logo. Man, we was like, this shirt gonna be $40. Man, they was like, all right, let me get get that. I was like, what?
Yeah.
So it didn't. It did surprise me, right? But then it didn't surprise me because I feel like I do have great people that I know that support and look out, and so it didn't. I was surprised, but wasn't unhumble. I was very humble. Dang, people buying my shit. Oh, all right, bet. So it definitely Definitely. Oh, he said, Clement said, be comfortable being uncomfortable. Life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. Don't be afraid of being great. The only thing or person holding you back is the person in the mirror.
Yeah, I like that. I like
Listen,
that.
and sometimes that's, I mean, shit. And sometimes that's where the battle starts.
Most times. That's where it begins and ends, basically.
and it's not like that's what we want, but that's just, you know what I'm saying, until we comfortable, until we feel like, you know, we're in the element and we can do it, we just stall, and we shouldn't have to. We just be like, fuck it. I mean, I remember recording a lot of shit and fumbling and still put that shit out there. I ain't care, because I was like, I gotta give them something. Then as I progressed and thought about it, no, I'm not just giving them, I want to give them something, but I want it to be quality though. I don't want to just be doing it just
your thing, correct. Yeah.
Right. So if I take off and I don't do it for a week and you say, oh, you ain't do it last week, nah, but I'm doing it when I know it's gonna be right. Correct. Not just trying to throw something together. So I think that's another thing that I've inherited as I kind of do stuff, even this, like just not rush it. Like just
you know yourself.
Yeah, take your time, you know yourself. Write it down, cross that shit off when it happens, it's supposed to happen. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
See, they in the chat talking to each other, man. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Oh yeah, about this. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Hey, but hey, listen, Slim. I honestly appreciate you doing this. I wasn't necessarily I didn't know whether you was gonna be able to do it or not. You know, a lot of times, you know, we be busy and you know, I know shit happens. But you know, it is what it is. I'm glad you came through, man.
It worked out.
We might have to talk about Endeavor sooner than later, because I've been getting pressed out. Like I've been getting, man, I should let you see text messages. They like, Slim, you ain't doing no t-shirts. I'm like, damn, so you coming at me like you trying to fight this shit. I'm saying, because it's hot and you ain't got no shirt. I want to support. Like you niggas be trying to fight you to support. I'm like, man, that's what's up.
That's what's
up, man.
It just remind you of your why though. That's you living in your why. Just touching the people. It reminds you,
man. I had searched some stuff on the internet and I found some patches from this company that make patches, and I'm about to play with a few things myself, because I mean, like you say, I can't wait for people. Like I can't.
Like, you
know what I'm saying? So I got some drinks made up, and I went to where I go, BJ's. I can't wait.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice.
Oh yeah, and it looked real crispy in the light too. But I got a few of these. I got a few of my other ones, and then I'm gonna try to do like, you know, stars 3 bars. I mean, 3 stars 2 bars, and some other stuff, and maybe a number 6. I'm gonna do something. I got some socks on order that I like. That motherfuckers might buy. You know what I'm saying? Like I want people to support, but I want them to be able to support how they want to.
Correct.
We want to be able to give them options. Like if they don't want a t-shirt, if they don't want shorts, if they don't want a hoodie, if they just want a pair of socks, I want to be able to have a pair of socks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get them a hat. Though I since I'm down here, I might do the what you call it? The
snapbacks or the truckers.
No, not them, but the
I know the bucket hat.
The bucket hats.
Okay.
A lot of motherfuckers like to wear them, and especially in the summertime. So that's what I'm looking at too.
But Tony Man said do some flip flops.
I got some. I mean, Tony Man already know I got some flip flops.
Some slides.
I got some slides. I just gotta. I'm gonna have to call Tony Man, because the slides don't come. Like, I mean, in order to get the slides that I had, like that were comfortable and quality made, like you couldn't get a bulk of them at a decent price. And if you get a bulk of them at a cheaper price, then the quality of the product gonna be a little bit cheaper too. So I don't want people to be walking, then the motherfucking sole fall off and shit. So I gotta figure out a way get a bundle and get different sizes, and if they give me a good price, then I'll do it. Because I can pre-sale those too and get them paid for all the way.
That's
what I'm saying.
Get them back.
So
I did pre-sale.
I ain't like I say, I'm moving at my own pace. I ain't really trying to, you know what I'm saying. I love what I do. I love interacting with people. Just like my man Vinny, I was watching his video, and he a fitness trainer down here. He do trap aerobics. He was saying how one of his talents is loving people. I was like, that's what's up, Joe. I don't hear a lot of people say that.
I like that.
Loving people. I'm like, that's what the fuck is up. I fucks with that, dog. Yeah. So Macy, we did not want to close out without you kind of talking about that book. Talking about
the journal. Yeah.
Because you getting play and shit, and you anyway. Let's talk about the Macy effect a little bit.
Just remind. So just to remind people that the journal is now out for sale on Amazon. You can search Amazon and you can put in the Amachi Effect, but the name of the journal is Life's a Bitch, so thank it, and it's a daily gratitude journal. And again, like how I said on the last show, I did it because when I was journaling and trying to get through my personal growth journey, journaling was a big help, but definitely writing down what I'm thankful for was very huge to me. So, because it keeps you in the present, it keeps you thankful what's going on with you right now. So I definitely encourage everybody to get that. It's only $5.99. And then also check out the blog website too. That's listed below. And that's just my weekly, inspirational writings and just helping people through their own journey. So that's what the Amachi Effect blog is about. So so don't forget to check out those two things.
See, we show love, man. See, Slim, we show all love, man. That's what we do, man, on here, man. We show love, man. But I definitely, man, thank you, man, for coming through because of like I say, I know you be busy, I be busy, you know what I'm saying? But again, it is what it is, man. So I think I'll probably be calling you sooner than later, like I said, I'll be getting pressed out.
Let's get it. You already know I'm with it.
I'm getting pressed out, man. So I hope y'all enjoyed the show, man. I hope y'all go spend some money with my man. I hope y'all go check out the Amachi Effect. I hope y'all check out Real Talk with the 6 Man on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram. Yeah, I'm everywhere everybody else is, but it's gonna take that one person that's gonna see me and be like, Slim, let me holler at you. I'm like, listen, I gotta bring my own people. I gotta have my own producers. I gotta have my own barber. I gotta have my own, cuz. And then I can throw everybody in the mix. That's how it's gonna work, man. Yeah, that's how it's gonna work, man. So, man, again, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Jamaal. Hold on, I got one. Always give me one before I trying to cop that book, nephew. I see you.
Thank you.
So yeah, man, we gonna close out. Just I don't know. I just tell people to be safe, be easy. Don't do what I would do because sometimes I do tend to go left sometimes. I don't know why though. Why I do that? Why I go left sometimes? Just cause. Yeah, I be tripping. I don't know why, dog. I just be like, man, just lunch out, then I gotta come back. But Amachi, man, we gonna fuck with this book, man. See what's going on. And just so y'all know, before we do close out, I got this idea that I just pitched to Amachi today, and I let her hear it, and I let Angel hear it too. And I think that Amachi, when you asked me what was my direction, I think I want to get 2 mothers that have sons.
Wow.
And then we send them that audio, and then we come back and we have a discussion about that.
Oh, no, that would be good.
Because we want to see if it's mothers that do have any of that trauma.
I was about to say, yeah.
Are they, apologizing to their kids? Because they should. If they said their kids do some trauma, they should be able to apologize.
No,
some real shit. So that's kind of the thought process behind that. But man, listen, God bless y'all. Good night. I'm gonna go, continue my night, and then y'all be safe, be easy. 6 Man, love y'all. But we out of here. Hey, Angel, wanna get on? Come on, Angel. Nah, that's all right.
In my PJs.
Look in my PJs. All right, y'all, we out. She's talking about PJs. We out, man.
All right, everyone.
We out.